All right.
Abadare
Good
Tibra.
evening to everyone this evening, and
Ibadan.
want to welcome us for
Ah,
another episode today,
Nako meeting again.
being the 10th day in the month of May, year 2022. I want to specially appreciate everyone in the house, and I also want to thank us for always coming on board, especially during our scheduled meetings. And I also want to use this medium to appreciate our humanitarians and also those of us who are sponsors. We have a lot to achieve and also cover, and I can see only a few hands are currently on deck, while others are still sitting around. Especially our leaders in some of our regions in West Africa. And so I want to especially appreciate God Almighty for the success thus far that the developers are recording. Just this evening, our app is currently on test net, where all the functionalities will be tested and also the compatibility of the app with the exchange. And so currently the exchange is currently now paused. You may experience a server error as usual whenever such test running is taking place, but it will not be for long. And so, of course, you know that the exchange, the app is going to work in accordance with the web exchange as well. And so everything that is going on the app is the same thing that is going to be displaying on the exchange on the web link. And so that is why whenever a test run is coming up, you will experience the same on the web link because the exchange is running also alongside with the app. And so I want to appreciate us all for being on time and also uh, trying to see how best we are recording some developments in some regions. And I also want to appreciate the coordinator from Sierra Leone, who is actually not here yet. But the migrations are beginning to come in from that region. And so we also want to appreciate our coordinators out there from Liberia who are very, very much enthusiastic and also working very hard to ensuring that we also record a tremendous success from that region. And so before I depart to other areas, other parts of Africa, we want to ensure that we are able to establish our presence in some regions or in most regions across Nigeria because I have a limited time to be here and also visit other regions to mobilize and also fast track this particular process of migration and also see how best we as a community can achieve success by implementing this particular 55,000 users minimum requirement in order for us to be able to begin to trade. And so I also want to appreciate some of our new coordinators who were at the meeting. I think that was yesterday or a day before yesterday. No, that was yesterday. We had a leadership meeting of which only a few persons were in attendance. And so we would like and also appreciate that most of our leaders and also our administrators always be in the leadership meeting. That is where we discuss some of these challenges that we are confronted with and also how we can also fast track the entire process of migration by sharing our ideas together to achieve success collectively. and so you are welcome. Today's meeting is going to be very brief because I discovered that majority of our people, some people are already getting tired with the meeting. And so do not get tired because we need to have ourselves informed and also updated constantly in order to be sure and also understand where we stand at this moment. And so, regarding the update, we have over 1,200 migrations that are fully completed out of 3,700 migrations that have already been paid since December of last year when we kick off the migration. And so we are moving, but simultaneously, we are not moving as faster as we should because of this entire delay. And so, for those of us who are administrators, we need to fasten up. And I want to also find out from other administrators. I think David is in the house. David, you are going to tell us what is the challenge on your region regarding this migration and also the email creations. What are the challenges you are experiencing with the email creation? Share with us so that we will know how to assist, especially those of us who are struggling with the migration process. Because we are having people sponsoring a lot of people. Even today, we had a sponsor who sponsored about 10 persons from Liberia today. And so we are having sponsorship coming from different regions, and so many people are also willing to do more, but we are going very slowly in terms of migrating the sponsored humanitarians. And so, David, you are one of the administrators. What are the challenges you are confronted with? Are you done migrating all the humanitarians from your list? David Makama, you can unmute your mic and tell us whether or not you have done your migrations. Okay, it looks like the connectivity. I hope you can hear me in the house because it looks like some people are really not hearing. They are not getting the update or hearing me clearly. Mr. God's power, you can unmute your mic and tell us. Can you hear me? Am I audible enough?
Yes, sir. I can hear you very loud and clear. Good evening to you, sir.
All right. Good evening. Thank you so much. It looks like some people are experiencing some connectivity challenge. And so currently at the moment, as I was trying to reiterate, we have about 115 sponsorship standing by. And so we are having people sponsoring others on a daily basis. And so what we need to do now is to speed up the migration, especially those of us who are humanitarian administrators. And so I wanted to find out from David if the Kaduna list is exhausted so that we can begin to migrate other people from other regions. And so this evening, currently, right now, the app is currently on testnet, as the developers are trying to also speed up the entire development process in order for us to have the app version of the exchange. And so, currently, at the moment, it is undergoing some testing and also functionalities. I just dropped a notification on our various group chats so that most of us will begin to use the app for sign ups and also migration proceedings. And so, in no time, once the test net and everything is working perfectly good, the app will be deployed on mainnet. And then the next thing is that the app will be ready on Google Play stores for download. And so very soon, all of these will be put in place, and also we will have a steady exchange running without any interference. And so currently at the moment, that is what is happening. And so before in a couple of hours, everything will be restored when the when the testing is over. And so everything is going to be tested along the way. It is not going to be as usual. And so as the developers are creating the functionalities on the app, they are going to be testing it along at the same time to ensure that everything is perfectly working, so that at the end of the day, when the app is fully deployed inside on the blockchain, you of course we all know that once it is deployed, you cannot correct anything any longer. And so this is why they are taking their time as they code, write codes, and also add functionalities. They will test it to ensure that it's compatible with the exchange and also other related functionalities on our exchange. And so that is what is actually going on right now. And so once the test running is over, maybe tonight before tomorrow morning, everything will be restored back fully and up and running. And some people are going in and out because of connectivity. These few days we are having some internet challenges, but all the same, we are recording the entire meeting so that those of us who are not privileged to be in the meeting live, they can watch the recorded version of this Google Meeting update. And so, coming to the 60 days challenge, we are tremendously making progress and also having sponsorships, like I mentioned, coming in on a regular basis. And I promised the house that I am going to be updating us on a regular basis regarding the sponsorship and also how far we have gone in terms of having people coming in to sponsor others, especially the humanitarians. That has been a key bone of contention regarding the zero point zero 0.02 BNB that it's required for the migration process. And so we have a total of over 295 sponsorship so far, getting to 300. And so I will take them as follows. Those of us who already have made payment, we only have one person who is actually leading, which is Madam Favor Udoka from Lagos. She has sponsored a total of 58 persons currently, right now, and she happens to be one of the first persons that actually met up the requirement, the criteria for the 50 persons to receive a bonus of 500 coins, apart from the 50% allocation that she will get. And so Madam Favor sponsored a total of 58 persons, and so she's still sponsoring. We also have Mr. Paul from Yola who sponsored 50 persons. He also has met the requirement for the 500 IWC bonus for sponsoring 50 humanitarians. And so we also have, I think, Madam Favor, she's back now. She's in and out because of network connectivity. Madam Favor, you can unmute your mic. You have sponsored a total of 58 persons. Have you received your IWC bonus for sponsoring 50 persons?
Good evening. Good evening, Sir Samas.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. And so you've sponsored a total of 58 persons at the moment.
Yes.
I want to sincerely appreciate you for that courage. And so currently, right now, sponsorship is no longer the issue because we have about 115 sponsorship on standby, waiting to sponsor humanitarians who are ready with their details, who are ready with
Awale,
their,
Flora,
who are also ready
eh,
with
Flora,
their
hello.
exchange details. And so for the administrators, I'm still repeating and echoing this particular announcement do us a favor by fast tracking the entire process. And so we are having sponsorships coming in at the moment. So what is required is that you should also help us to fast track by making the 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 availability of those people who needed to be sponsored. And so that is that for that aspect. Thank you so much, Madam Favor, for sponsoring up to 58 persons. And I'm sure before the end of this 60 days challenge, you might hit 100 and also get another bonus. And so that is that. She is one of the top leading sponsors at the moment, followed by Mr. Paul, who has sponsored 50% from Yola, also being the second person. And we also have Pastor Victor, who actually sponsored 40 persons at a time. He is also from Yola. I think he's left with 10 persons to also qualify for the 500 IWC bonus. I'm glad that he is in the house tonight with us. I want to sincerely appreciate you, sir. You have been one of those who totally believe in this project and also has contributed a lot. And so these people that are coming forward to sponsor people, we are going to be very transparent, and also we will give us updates as it is unfolding based on the sponsorship. And so they have sponsored people, and we are going to give an account of all those who were being sponsored through these particular initiatives. And so the aim of this, or the reason for this, is to help fast track the numbers. And so we are currently duplicating on the exchange right now because we also have other new people coming in right now. And so the only way they can get IWC is to sponsor people. And so, if we are able to get new people who are coming in this week, let's say 100 persons coming in, they want to identify with IWC to also participate in the trading when our exchange opens. And so, what they will do is they are coming in to sponsor others. And so let's take, for instance, if we are having 100 persons coming in newly uh, into IWC Exchange, we are actually going to have 200 persons at a go. And so that is helping to duplicate the numbers and then also give us an edge to fast track the entire process, of which is currently happening at the moment. Like I stated, we will be having a meeting at Federal University of Technology, Niger State in Mina. And so those of us from that region, you can join us on Saturday by 10 a.m. at the school theater hall in Federal University of Technology in Mina. And also, those of us residing in the Kaduna State metropolis, we have postponed the meeting for Kaduna State until next week because of the appointment that we had from the university, the Niger State Federal University of Technology in Mina. We may not be able to be in Kaduna at the same time this weekend. And so the Kaduna orientation has been postponed for next week. And so those of us that are looking at joining us in Kaduna State, we are going to announce the venue and also the date and the radio station that we are going to be live during our awareness and also publicity. For those of you in Niger State, you can tune into 91.2. That is the frequency of the radio station. We will be there in the evening or evening of Friday this week by 6:30 p.m. We will be live on that radio station in Mina in Niger State. And so those of us from that region, you can also join us on Saturday at the university premises where we are going to meet with students and also even some lecturers to educate them about blockchain technology and also give those who want to take advantage of this opportunity to come in. And this time around, when they are coming in, they are coming in to sponsor. They cannot buy coins at the moment, and so this will help to duplicate the numbers very fast and also help us to move speedily. And so that is that for the announcement this evening. And then also, those of us who are sponsoring, it is not necessary that you must sponsor a bulk of people at a go. For those of us who have the capacity, because I have some individuals sending me messages whether or not can they migrate one or two or three persons. You can migrate people based on your capacity.
The Bluetooth
It
device
is not
is
compulsory
connected.
that you must migrate 20 or 40 or 50 persons at a time. uh, those people I mentioned are people who have the capacity to do so. And so, like Madam Favor from Lagos, I think at the go, she first of all sponsored about 30 persons. Then subsequent sponsorships actually came in batches. And so sometimes she sponsored 3 persons, sometimes 2 persons, sometimes 4 persons. And so it mustn't be at the same time at a go. And so, but whenever any payment is made regarding sponsorship, kindly contact me directly via the WhatsApp medium so that we can be able to know the number of persons you have sponsored, and also those who are beneficiaries to this sponsorship. And also, we will bring update on every meeting that is held on this forum. We will bring updates regarding the progress we have made thus far. And so, like I stated again, I'm mentioning the highest people that have sponsored, like Pastor Victor from Yola, and also we have His Royal Highness, our elder Joshua Takar from Kaduna State, who also sponsored 10 persons. I think last week or a week before last, he sponsored a total number of about 10 persons from Kaduna State. I also have Mr. Koli from Liberia, who sponsored 6 persons, and I also have Mr. NSC from Mubi, who sponsored about 2 persons last week. And I also have Mr. Ibrahim Mohammed from Kaduna State, who also sponsored 2 persons. And also had someone again from Yola, Benjamin Elams, who sponsored 5 persons. And Mr. Henry from Kaduna also sponsored 5 persons. Mr. Johnson from Liberia also sponsored 10 persons yesterday, all the way from Liberia, sponsoring people here in Nigeria. And I also have Mr. Namanu from, I think, from he's joining us from Burkina Faso. He also sponsored 10 persons. And so put together, we have a record of over 279 sponsorship that are currently on process. And so, so far, I think out of the 200 and something persons that have been sponsored, we were only able to migrate about 97. And so the administrators are very slow at this moment. So I'm using this medium to call on all our administrators. You will need to fast track the entire migration process. And so, David, you are back in the house. Uh, have you completed? Is the migration from your region completed? We want to know so that we can give other regions the sponsorship in order for them to migrate the humanitarian list. I think you can unmute your mic now, David, if you can hear me. Let us know how far you have gone with the migration process, and also keep us up to speed regarding how many people are left on your list to be sponsored. As sponsorship is coming in from various regions, we will be allocating these receipts to those locations where these sponsorships are needed so that we can have these people migrated as soon as possible. And so, David, if you can hear me, you can unmute your mic if you are back online. And if you are not, I will proceed to take some comments. And so, before I take some
Good,
comments,
good,
okay,
good
yes,
evening.
David, you can come in. Yes, good evening.
Uh, the sponsorship that have been done allocated to me, like our daddy Joshua Makama, I've already migrated the 10 people, and that's just the only sponsorship that is have already been allocated to me. Even though there was a one of the pastors called me day before yesterday, or is it yesterday, that he wants to pay for 5 people. So I was expecting his call today, but I think maybe any moment from today or tomorrow he will call by, because he wants to migrate 5 people. So, and the migration entirely for those that did the first migration, that the issue of copy the wallet address and sending it to the master incredible, out of all the people that did the first time, it is only, I'm left with only 5 people that I'm yet to copy their wallet address and send to you. And I think by tomorrow I will do that. So here I'm doing all my best, even though presently I'm in Niger State. I came for something in the school, College of Education, but I'm hoping next week or next upper week, I'll be going back to Kaduna. Thank you,
All right.
sir.
Okay, so what you are going to do is that at the moment, I want to know from the joint humanitarian list that is coming from that region, both from His Royal Highness and other people who actually join in with that particular allocation. How many persons are left from your list to be migrated?
Okay. Okay, sir.
So you should go
Okay,
through
sir.
the list and keep me updated by Friday so that we will know the next step to follow, because we want to be able to send all the sponsorships to regions that are very proactive. And so
Okay, sir.
we want to be able to get all the sponsors, the humanitarians who are from that region. As sponsorship is coming, I will send you about 20 sponsorship, the receipts for 20
O-
migrations
Okay,
tonight,
sir.
immediately after this
Okay, sir.
meeting. And so I
Okay.
would like you to do those migrations as soon as possible and give me a feedback. And then other
Okay, sir.
people also who are willing to sponsor, as soon as those sponsorships are made, do send me the receipt so that we want to follow the entire sponsorships accordingly to ensure that whosoever sponsored whatever number of persons, we want to ensure that those persons are migrated so that we can have the numbers growing on a daily basis. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you
sir.
so much for that update. And so I think you are the only humanitarian currently in the house. If you have any question or comment regarding the migration, and also maybe you are joining us for the first time, you do not understand how to go about the entire aspect, you can quickly alert me, and also drop your message or question, because I have people sending me questions. Some people are calling me via WhatsApp. I want your questions to be directed here during the meetings so that your question might be someone's challenge as well, so we can address it here collectively for other people to also get to learn. Currently, at the moment, we have another sponsorship that just came in at the verge of this meeting ongoing, from Madam Favor. I think she is, I will tag her as the lead sponsor for migrations all the way from Lagos. She has sponsored another 4 persons as this meeting is ongoing. I just received a message from her with the receipt as well. And so she has sponsored a total of 62 persons. And so right now, we don't have issues with the sponsorship because sponsorship are coming from all regions. And so even from Sierra Leone today, I believe the coordinator who has done the migrations. We will begin to get receive sponsorship from Sierra Leone. I am going to give him an opportunity to speak. He single-handedly was able to do the migration following the tutorials. And so we want to be able to have coordinators and also leaders who can independently carry out most of these challenges, and also be a source of help to other people in your regions. Because I am not going to be in all of these regions at a time, at the same time. And so I am happy that we have proactive leaders who can single handedly go on other crypto exchanges and be able to buy crypto even from the P2P trading, like that of Mohammed from Sierra Leone. I think he took the challenge this week, and I am happy that he is able to succeed. And so I will bring you up to speed also, and also give you an opportunity to talk while before the end of this meeting, Mohammed from Sierra Leone. And so that is that for the migrations. Even right now, we have, okay, I think I have another two migrations just right now from Liberia, from Mr. Dixon. Also has sponsored two persons. While the meeting is ongoing, I just got a message also from Mr. Dixon Kemu, all the way from Liberia, but I'm wondering why he is not in the meeting this evening. And so we are having sponsorship right now coming in almost on a daily basis. And so right now we want to be able to record at least 1,000 sponsorships before the end of this particular 60 days challenge. And so let us try as much as possible to organize meetings. I'm yet to get a feedback from the FCT, and also from Taraba. I think they are having a meeting today. I think that was today or on Friday, according to the ambassador. He's not yet in the meeting. I'm sure he will join us maybe, hopefully, before we end. Those of us from Taraba State, there is another meeting going on there with the ambassador, who is currently in Jalingo. And also, he has been able to set up a leadership over there. And so we have coordination in Jalingo, and also is going to spread across other regions of Taraba State. And so those of us from Taraba or that region, you can interface with the ambassador currently, and they will be having a meeting on Friday of this week. And so we are beginning to decentralize the meetings in different regions so that we can fast track the entire process. And so people from Taraba and environs, you can meet with the ambassador in Jalingo so that he can help you in the process and also take you through the entire migration training. So I will be in Niger State. So I think, David, you can join me this weekend since you are in Niger, so that we can have that meeting conducted at FUT Mina, also in other regions, other parts of Niger State. And so, talking about decentralizing leadership, we don't want a situation whereby it is only a region where I will be present that presentations or meetings will be held. And so, if you are a coordinator from Kaduna State, from Lagos State, from Delta State, begin to create awareness on your region. We want to decentralize everything that has to do with creating awareness about IWC. So I mustn't be there before any awareness can be carried out, so that we can fast track this particular process. We want to be able to speed up this migration. And so as sponsorships are coming in on a daily basis, other individuals also joining us as new users who are coming in actually with their own sponsorships to migrate other people in order to get coins at the moment with IWC. We want to be able to duplicate these numbers very fast. And so all those who are occupying position of leadership, let us come up with initiatives that we can either put our old members together or let us have a new initiative that we can be able to put new people together order for us to duplicate the numbers. Because when we have this done in no time, we will have our exchange open very, very easily. And so let us all imbibe that spirit of taking the lead without having to wait for me to come to your region before you can do that. And so I want to appreciate our leader from Mubi, who is just joining us. Actually, he's just coming in very late, but he has also taken a step to also create awareness on that end. And God willing, we are going to appear over there very soon in that region to continue the awareness. I think I have been to Mubi only once. I went to Mubi around I think that was uh, January or February of last year, December of last 2022, 2021 stroke 2022 when we came when IWC entered Nigeria. And so we are also going to be present, God willing, very soon in Mubi. And so I would like the coordinator to unmute his mic, Mr. NSC. I think you are just joining us right now. And so you can inform some of our students, our old students who are currently residing in Mina, all our students from FUT, that we will be live in Mina this week. And then also give us an update from your end. What is happening and what have you been able to do so far regarding the promotion of IWC in your region over there?
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be in your midst once again this evening.
Yes.
Uh, Thank you for this opportunity and for this position given to me. As I said earlier on, I started all the process that are involved. I didn't wait for any dime or any minute because I know what it takes. Because actions speak louder than voice. So I have a team. I have one person working with me right here. So we are able to reach out to some of the schools. We started from Adama State University. So we met the dean of student affairs. Then we spoke with him about IWC. So he welcomed it and he told us that he's going to invite the SUG president. Then I will meet with him one-on-one with him. Also, then we talked about it. Then he actually asked me to send them a formal letter to come there to come over to Adama State University for seminar. So which an address was given to me, and he suggested that if we want to address them, we should send two different letters, one for the staffs and one for the student. And he said that the one for the staffs, we should address it to the VC, while the letters that will be sent to the students should address it to the registrar of the school. So, and we should state in the letter the date and the date and the venue we are going to be using for the program. They will come over to them in ASU there while we carry out our seminar. Then we also went to Federal Polytechnic Mubi also. We met with the information and procedure. So immediately we mentioned cryptocurrency. The woman surprisingly told us that she's aware of cryptocurrency. She said she's even aware of IWC, that is a good one. That she told us what to do. She said we should go and bring formal letters, then to address it to the registrar of the school. She gave us the school address. Then we should tell the registrar when we want to come and the date and the venue we want to use. Then they will get back to us. Then also from there we proceeded to College of Health. We met the director of the ICT. So we were team. It was fun because he also have some insight about crypto. He was asking us some questions of which we give him an answer. He also embraced it and asked us to go and write formally, and address was also given to us too. Then in all they said that they're waiting for us. They're waiting for the formal letters that will be addressed to them. Then also today I was at NAS FM in a movie here. I told them about IWC. Fortunately, the guy I met said he has no knowledge about cryptocurrency, but I said that your station is one of our customer in Yola because we make use of NAS in Yola to broadcast to broadcast about IWC in Yola. He said okay. So then we chatted, and he told me that if we want to come on air for 30 minutes, he told me how much it will cost us, and also he suggested that if you are coming for 30 minutes, it's going to cost us for 21,500. And he also suggested that instead of coming once on air for that amount, suggested that if you can have a clip or a sound, a voice record about what the IWC stand for and what we want the people to know about it. Then we can do voice record, forward it to them. They will edit it. That should not be less than 1 minute. Then he said if we can make it 1 minute or 5 minutes, but he said that every minute has a stipulated amount. He said 1 minute is 2,500 for 1 minute. Then if we are to go for 2 minutes, that you are going to multiply it by two. So depend on the minute we are going for. He suggested that instead of coming once on air and movie as is, most of the people living movie, they are into business. Some might be at home as at when the seminar or the broadcast will took place, and some might not even be aware. So he suggested that since we want to target the whole, at least eventually the student and some of the businessmen and women in movie. So he said that if we can break it maybe morning, afternoon, and evening, so that if probably even if it's 3 times in a week, so they'll continue playing it for the people to be aware that there is such company, such crypto in movie, so that we'll be able to we'll be able to achieve our aim or the purpose of using NAS FM radio. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. NSC, who is our coordinator from MUBI. I told you to send me the address of the schools. We will address them officially by writing a letter and then forwarding it to them. And for the schools, each of those schools, we would like to use their hall. As for the students, we want to address them in their schools, in their various school premises. And also, we are going to organize meetings with individuals that are outside the school, outside within the environs, and also within movie, local government generally, apart from school. So I don't want us to combine both school because some individuals outside the school may not be allowed to go in and sit down to participate in the orientation. And so uh, I want to commend you for that effort and also for that giant step that you took to make all of those inquiries. And so we will swing into action without any delay. And so immediately after this meeting or tomorrow, if you are done collecting all the address from the various institutions, you can forward those informations to me directly so that we can draft an official communication and also discuss on a date that will be suitable for us to appear over there in Mubi in order to create that awareness. And so let me know, and also we will need to have a communication, you, myself, and Mr. God's Power, who is the Southeast Regional Coordinator and also the ambassador, so that we can be able to put heads together and come up with a suitable date as soon as possible in order to get that trip made to Mubi and also that sensitization. Thank you so much for that great move. And so I will get back to you immediately after the meeting. Let me know if the address from the various institutions are ready. And so you can also engage businessmen and women those people who will be willing to accept IWC as a medium of exchange for their goods and services. We also want to interface with such individuals and also give them a different orientation regarding how they can go about enjoying this particular initiative, because IWC, we want the trading in IWC to be both online and offline, because we have a lot of people who are not online oriented. And so such people should be able to spend their IWC offline by visiting either supermarkets or stores or whatever business venture that they may visit, in order to be able to spend their IWC freely. Yes, your mic is unmuted. You can go ahead, sir.
Hello,
Your
network is
mic,
bad here. I can't.
can you hear me?
Yes, I'm having a. I'm having network challenge here. I can't get the last questions.
Okay. Based on the connectivity challenge from that end, this meeting is recorded. Those of us who I'm seeing a lot of people being admitted, and immediately they are admitted, they go out. It's the network fluctuation and also the connectivity challenge. Don't worry, we have the recorded version of this meeting. And so you are going to get, I'm going to post the recorded version immediately so that you can be able to watch. And so if you are hearing me, Mr. NSC, I was reiterating concerning regarding the issue of the institutions you have visited. And so what I was trying to tell you or explain to you is that you should also use this medium to have a communication with business owners, just like the way we started here, like over there in Niger State.
Niger State.
Your mic is actually
Your
muted.
mic is
Sorry,
actually.
I have to mute you from my end. Uh, and so you can engage businessmen and women, especially those who are also part of IWC, those who are part of this from the ICO, and even those who are coming in newly. And so one of the advantage they stand to enjoy is that anyone who is accepting IWC as a medium of exchange for their goods and services, in return enjoys unlimited liquidity swap uh, based on the kind of currency they may want to swap their incredible wealth coin in order to continue their businesses. And so when we get to Mubi, we are going to provide more clarity regarding that aspect. And so we want a situation whereby as soon as the trading activities open, we should be able to have traders, IWC merchant traders on every region. And so those people who will not be able to place an order on the exchange to be able to sell their coins and receive money cash, if they want to be able to, they can even do a coin or liquidity exchange swap with the merchant traders. And so we are going to explain that. We want to make it as easier as possible so that anyone who has incredible wealth coins will be able to participate and be able to make use of their coins and exchange it to whatever value or whatever transaction they want to use it for. And so for the merchant traders who are coming in to accept IWC for their goods and services, one of the advantage they stand to gain is unlimited liquidity swap from directly from the exchange, and it can be done either with IWC to their local currency, which is Naira or US dollars or other cryptocurrencies. And so we will make that information more elaborate during the training. And so you can engage businessmen and women who are into one petty business or the other, or traders. If we want to be able to make it as easy as even people who are selling tomatoes in the market can be able to use their IWC to buy. And so that is the level at which we want to take this particular initiative. so that people can be able to trade offline as well, especially those who are in the remote area where there is internet connectivity challenge. And so, thank you so much for doing that. Get the details to me, and I'll quickly draft those communications and letters and send it back across to you, so we can have those meetings effected as soon as possible. And so that is our coordinator from Mubi, one of the states bordering with Cameroon. Mubi is a very far region, and so we don't want to go and come back and begin to plan going back anytime soon. And so that is why we want to use this opportunity. When we get there, we will interface with both the institutions, the corporate bodies, and also individuals who are looking at coming in also to be part of this particular move. Thank you so much, Mr. NSC. I can see you are out again because of the connectivity issues. Sorry about that. And so that
Yes,
is
I'm
why,
back.
okay, you are back, right? All right. So we get in touch with me regarding the addresses of those institutions so that we can draft those letters as soon as possible, and then I'll get it across to you either via a mail or via WhatsApp. And so let me know and also get those informations with across to me as soon as possible. Thank you so much for that effort. And then we
Thank you so.
all right, thank you very much. We also have Marvin Adeje. He says, "Good evening, sir. Please, what number have we hit out of the expected 55,000?" I just gave that update before at the beginning of the meeting. Currently, we have done over 4,000. I think we have done over 4,900 altogether sign ups in the exchange. And currently, the people that have successfully completed their migration are about 1,156 users. Other people have not completed their migrations up till this moment. And so this is why we are swinging into action the way we are going at the moment. And so we are going very slowly. And so that is why we want to take the campaign as soon with all sense of enthusiasm, and also with the entire momentum that we have. And this is why we are decentralizing everything at the moment in order to move in very faster. And so, you that is asking the question, I hope you are also making efforts to see that both your migration and also other people who are yet to be migrated are also migrated into the exchange, because it is, of course, going to be our collective effort. It is not going to be only Mr. Incredible or only the ambassador or only the coordinators from our different regions. No, it is going to be our collective effort as a community in order to attain and also achieve success in this migration process. All right, Mr. Mohammed J. Sensei from Sierra Leone is on the comment section. You are saying there is a network, poor connectivity on your side. I don't know if your connectivity is back on now. You can unmute your mic and tell us, Mr. Mohammed, from Bo in Sierra Leone. Are you in this meeting? Can you hear me? All right. It looks like Mohammed is out. No, not Mohammed Ibrahim. We have two Mohammed. Yes, we have Mohammed. The other Mohammed I'm referring to is the one from Sierra Leone, not the one from Nigeria. And so it looks like he cannot hear me because of poor network connectivity. All right, maybe I will give you an opportunity because you just dropped a message to me that you have an update, and so I will give you that opportunity maybe when you are back on, and then. Reverend Samson Che from Greenville, Liberia. I can see you are joining us for on a video call. Thank you so much for coming on board. What is the progress that has been made so far from your end? Have you been able to complete the migrations? I tried to get you on the meeting last weekend, but we were not able to get you on the call. You can unmute your mic, sir. Reverend Samson, you can unmute your mic. You were not in the previous meeting that was scheduled last weekend. What is the update regarding the account? Have you been able to gain access to the exchange accounts that you have opened recently or previously? Reverend Samson Che, can you hear me? Your audio is not audible, Reverend Samson. We can't hear you in the forum. It looks like you are also having a network connectivity issue. We cannot hear you, sir. If you can hear me, maybe you will have to mute and unmute again. Your audio is not audible at all. All right, Reverend Samson, we are unable to get or hear anything from you. Network problem. Okay, he just dropped a message. All right, no problem. And so the last time I promised us that we are going to take a presentation regarding the IWC merchant trading. And so those who will be qualified for that trading, we want to begin to add users who are qualified on the merchant IWC 24 hours merchant training academy that is going to begin very soon. And so those of us who have up to 5,000 coins and above, you are automatically qualified. And so ensure that you get in touch with me so that we can add you up in the merchant training if you are interested. And those of us who are not interested and you want to sponsor, you are interested and want to sponsor the migrations in order to have more coins in your account, you can also get in touch with me so that I can give you the instructions regarding how you can go about doing the sponsorship and also get the benefit for sponsoring the people. Since 4 days now, it has been off and on even up till now. I am interested. So, okay, those of us who are interested, Reverend Samson Che is complaining that for the past 4 days, uh, network has been on and off in his region. And so we have about close to 15 or 20 persons that actually came into this meeting, but the network took them out. And so we will post the recorded version of this meeting this evening so that you can also participate and also get the full detailed information regarding what has actually transpired in this meeting this evening. And so if we have any comment or question, you can indicate by raising up your hands. Before I do the short presentation, for those of us who came in very late, I made it clear to us that currently there is an update going on regarding the exchange. And so you will be experiencing server error on your dashboard at the moment because our app is currently undergoing test net. They are testing our app before they can deploy it on Google Play stores where everyone can download. But at the moment, the developers are running those tests. So anytime this particular test run is going on, you will experience some malfunctionings or the server error will be popping up on your dashboard. So do not panic. As soon as the test run is over, the system will be restored back and you will see your token balance and other wallets on the exchange. And so currently, they might finish tonight. And so, of course, we all know that the app is connected with the web exchange with the link. And so everything that has to do with IWC exchange is the same thing that is going to be on the app. And so that is why whenever any test run or anything is happening on the development side, it will also reflect here because the test run, the app APIs are connected with that of the exchange. And so let us be patient. As soon as everything is done, you may not need to go via the link any longer. You can just download the app permanently on your phone, and then you can be logging in from your app instead of having to go through a browser or a link. Of course, there will be still be the link will still be operational. So both the link and the app will be available for everyone to use. And so that is that for the few updates that I have this evening. And so regarding the final aspect, which is the migration for the administrators, please, I am using this opportunity to plead with us again. Let us move very faster. We already have sponsorship right now, stand by, waiting for you to finish the numbers that has been given so that we can send other receipts for you to start sponsoring the migrations, I mean. And so this will help us to move more faster. So for the administrators, do us a favor and move a bit faster because you are the ones now that are dragging the entire momentum. We already have people that have paid for those migrations. And so let us fast track those migrations and keep them coming in. Yes, Mr. Mohammed Ibrahim, you are raising up your hands.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, you
I'd
can
like to,
proceed. We can hear
when are
you.
you coming? When are you coming in Kaduna?
All right. Thank you so much.
Hello. Good
Yes, your
evening.
question, I heard your question. I'm going to respond to your
Yeah, good
question.
evening.
We will be in Kaduna State by next week. It's not going to be this week
Okay.
because
Okay, sir.
we have an appointment
Oh,
in Niger State this weekend, and so we will be in Kaduna State by next week.
okay,
Right? Thank you so much. All right. Yes,
thank you.
Madam Favor,
Thank
you
you,
are
sir.
raising up your hands. You can unmute your
Thank you.
mic and come in.
Okay, good evening.
Yes. Good evening, ma.
Uh, it's a suggestion.
All right.
I wanted to suggest this that concerning the humanitarian,
Yes.
if the people that we are trying to sponsor, if they are finding difficulties with them, is it not better for them to look for another people who
Okay.
can be able to submit their phone number?
Okay. All right. So
Do you
I think,
understand? Instead of struggling with those people.
all right. So I think that's another positive contribution. And so we will look at it in that direction. As a matter of fact, anyone who is on the humanitarian list and cannot make available their details for migration, I think the humanitarians should begin to replace those people with serious people who are ready to make avail their
That
details for
concept.
migrations. So we
Let me
will
see.
have the humanitarian meet. We will have a meeting with the humanitarians so that we can also throw this particular opinion to them because we can't afford to have people delaying the migration process. And so that is a welcome suggestion and it is well noted. We will try as much as possible to call on the humanitarians. Anyone who is not available, they can change the person and give and also allocate the coins to people who are available. I think that is another good suggestion. So that also is taken. We will try to interface with the humanitarians and we will get back to the community regarding that aspect. Thank you so much for that suggestion. All right. And so I think we do not have more comments. I think the comments that are here are already have been read. So far, David D. Makama, he says, I am interested, sir. Okay, you are interested in what, David? You have to be exclusive. Are you interested in the sponsorship, or you are interested to become a 24 hours merchant trader and part of those who want to be trained? Yes, Mr. Marvin, you can unmute your mic. Let me just give you an opportunity quickly as I'm trying to wrap it up. We have already gone past an hour.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Marvin.
Sorry, I don't know if you answered my question when network was throwing me offline. I
Yes,
wanted to know, like,
I
what
actually answered
number
your
have we
question.
hit so far?
Yes, I've answered your question. Maybe
Okay,
you should listen to the recorded version of the meeting because of time. I have already addressed that aspect. You sent your
okay,
question
okay,
on the comment section and I responded to that. I think were you part of those
okay, sir.
who attended the blockchain training by the federal government?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, so give us an update. What transpired on that training that was conducted by the Central Bank of Nigeria regarding blockchain? Can you just give us a highlight briefly? I think I will feature you next week, Friday, so that you
Okay,
can tell us what transpired from
okay.
on that training.
Yes, I think the training was all about empowering and embracing the blockchain technology, um, inculcate it into the economy of Nigeria. So the federal government picked about 30,000 youths. Of
Oh,
course, when we
30,000.
even registered, the number of youths that registered were, yes,
Okay.
we're up to 90,000. So instead of pushing out all the 90,000, they'll have to now pick about 40 to 50,000 youths, which is slightly above their initial 30,000 I wanted to pick, since a good number of youths showed interest.
Yes.
So they had to increase it to about 40 something thousand of us. So, and we have different um, physical campus where we usually meet for all the 36 states. So for the Abuja campus, we usually meet physically once in 2 weeks or once in a month around Base University for the physical class, which there are some others. Most of the classes holds online, which the training so far has been going so well. And the aim is that when the when federal government fully legalizes or launches the blockchain technology, these 30,000 youths will be the first set of people that the government will employ and put in charge of the most of the government offices to handle all the blockchain issues that has to do with government and most of the government ministries. So
Okay.
even beyond the crypto trading, there are other things that they were teaching us about the blockchain industry, how to store data on the blockchain and other informations on the blockchain like that. So it's a broad this thing training that we are going through so far, and it's going to come to an end in 1 month's time.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Marvin. I'm sure you have learned a lot from that meeting. Uh, we will need more of you. I
Yes,
think
sir.
we will begin to feature some people in this forum so that we can begin to have some idea. Even during the the merchant training, we are going to feature different experts from different exchanges. I was communicating with one of the traders on Binance, and also I want to get three different traders from three different exchanges, which is Binance, KuCoin, and Coinbase. And so they will come on our forum and to also educate the merchants regarding or concerning how the 24 hours trading works. Of course, on the Incredible Exchange, we have P2P, we have fiat trading, we also have spot trading, and so many other types of trades that we are going to learn and also we are going to undertake. And so we are also going to talk about offline trading. And so the offline trading basically has to deal with business owners, and so which I have made a little bit, I have commented a bit on that, but we will continue by Friday. And also, after which, we are going to feature some of these offline traders. Offline traders, I'm referring to business owners who have shops, who have goods, physical goods that you can go to their shop, buy, and pay them equivalent of their commodities with IWC. And so their benefit here is that we are going to empower them and advertise them and also let the entire community of users. We have over 100,000 plus users in Nigeria alone in few states. By the time we launch this campaign, I am sure before the 60 days challenge goes off, we are targeting about 2 to 300,000 users in Nigeria. And so across the nation, those of us who are going to participate as offline merchants that are going to accept IWC for exchange, for exchanging their goods, for buying or selling their goods, they are going to have access to unlimited liquidity swap. And also, we have so many other benefits that they are going to enjoy as offline traders. Reason being is because they are going to cater for people in the remote areas, people in the rural communities, people who don't have the knowledge or people who don't know about internet. We can refer them to go to a so outlet, and you can go there and buy and then pay with your IWC. And so we want this particular initiative to be useful to all our users around Africa. And so the same initiative currently is going on in Monrovia. I think we have about four persons already, business owners from Liberia. And then we also have one person from Abidjan, which is Ivory Coast, who has indicated interest. He is also into business materials, building materials. And so we want to have a combination of different businesses coming in to accept IWC for their goods and services. In exchange, they have the opportunity to exchange these IWCs that they have accumulated from accepting from users for their goods and services. They can swap it with either USDT or Naira or US dollars on the exchange to be able to continue their business. And so we are going to throw more light in that direction when the time comes. And so thank you so much, Mr. Marvin. And so this goes to everybody. You can also become an ambassador for IWC. I mustn't be there before you can address or talk to people concerning this opportunity. And so, but wherever we happen to be present, we are going to ensure that we come up with this initiative that will help and also boost the other people offline, get them engaged so that they can also participate in both online and also offline trading. And so I think we have gone past the normal or the time that we are supposed to spend in this meeting. And so we will stop from here and continue on Friday. And so on Friday, I am going to feature some of our coordinators to come up and also give us their own opinions and also tell us how we can dominate and also take over their regions by creating more awareness to fast track this migration process. And so I want to thank you all. I may not be able to give other coordinators an opportunity to speak because of time. I want to appreciate you all for taking your time to come on board. Let's meet again on Friday for another episode. Thank you so much and good night, everyone. Thank you very much.